Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Sell at artificially low prices. Sever all ties with, usually unceremoniously or irresponsibly. The company dumped him after many years of service. Knock down with force. A coarse term for defecation. Fall abruptly. A piece of land where waste materials are dumped. A place where supplies can be stored. An ammunition dump. Computer science. A copy of the contents of a computer storage device, sometimes used in debugging programs. Drop. Stuff, in a heap or mass. The truck dumped the garbage in the street. Throw away is refuse. No dumping in these woods. Sell at artificially low prices. Sever all ties with, usually unceremoniously or irresponsibly. Cut a trench in, as for drainage. Ditch the land to drain it. Throw away. A long narrow excavation in the earth. Any small natural waterway. Crash or crash land. Ditch a car. Forsake. Ditch a lover. Make an emergency landing on water. Knock down with force. A pack of 52 playing cards. Decorate. Deck the halls with holly. Knock down with force. He decked his opponent. Be beautiful to look at. Any of various platforms built into a vessel. A porch that resembles the deck on a ship. Street name for a packet of illegal drugs. The inside lower horizontal surface, as of a room, hallway, tent, or other structure. They needed rugs to cover the bare floors. Surprise greatly. Knock someone's socks off. I was floored when I heard that I was promoted. A lower limit. The government established a wage floor. Knock down with force. A large room in an exchange where the trading is done. He is a floor trader. A structure consisting of a room or set of rooms at a single position along a vertical scale. The bottom surface of any lake or other body of water. The ground on which people and animals move about. The fire spared the forest floor. The legislative hall where members debate and vote and conduct other business. There was a motion from the floor. The lower inside surface of any hollow structure. The floor of the pelvis. The occupants of a floor. The whole floor complained about the lack of heat. The parliamentary right to address an assembly. The chairman granted him the floor. Shatter as if by explosion. Knock down with force. Cause to come or go down. Obscene terms for feces. Have a bowel movement. Insulting terms of address for people who are stupid or irritating or ridiculous. Something of little value. A coarse term for defecation. He took a shit. Give away information about somebody. Obscene words for unacceptable behavior. I put up with a lot of bullshit from that jerk. A small worthless amount. 'Cause to be immersed. The professor plunged his students into the study of the Italian text. Begin with vigor. She plunged into a dangerous adventure. Immerse briefly into a liquid so as to wet, coat, or saturate. Drop steeply. The stock market plunged. Thrust or throw into. Fall abruptly. It plunged to the bottom of the well. Devote oneself fully to. A brief swim in water. A steep and rapid fall. Dash violently or with great speed or impetuosity. She plunged at it eagerly. A piece of land where waste materials are dumped. A piece of land where waste materials are dumped. A piece of land where waste materials are dumped. A piece of land where waste materials are dumped. A piece of land where waste materials are dumped. A piece of land where waste materials are dumped. Deliver to an enemy by treachery. Do business. Offer for sale as for one's livelihood. The brothers sell shoes. Be approved of or gain acceptance. Be responsible for the sale of. Be sold at a certain price or in a certain way. These books sell like hotcakes. Exchange or deliver for money or its equivalent. She sells her body to survive and support her drug habit. Give up for a price or reward. Persuade somebody to accept something. The French try to sell us their image as great lovers. The activity of persuading someone to buy. It was a hard sell. Remove something concrete, as by lifting, pushing, or taking off, or remove something abstract. Remove a threat. Kill intentionally and with premeditation. Go away or leave. Dispose of. 'Cause to leave. Get rid of something abstract. The death of her mother removed the last obstacle to their marriage. Shift the position or location of, as for business, legal, educational, or military purposes. He removed his children to the countryside. Degree of figurative distance or separation. Just one remove from madness. Remove from a position or an office. Dispose of. Do away with. Terminate, end, or take out. A regular route for a sentry or policeman. In the old days, a policeman walked a beat and knew all his people by name. Come out better in a competition, race, or conflict. Agassi beat Becker in the tennis championship. Make a rhythmic sound. The drums beat all night. Avoid paying. Beat the subway fare. Move rhythmically. Her heart was beating fast. Be a mystery or bewildering to. This beats me. Wear out completely. I'm beat. Make a sound like a clock or a timer. The grandfather clock beat midnight. The rhythmic contraction and expansion of the arteries with each beat of the heart. He could feel the beat of her heart. Move with a flapping motion. The basic rhythmic unit in a piece of music. The conductor set the beat. Very tired. So beat I could flop down and go to sleep anywhere. Move with or as if with a regular alternating motion. A member of the beat generation. A nonconformist in dress and behavior. Prosody. The accent in a metrical foot of verse. Give a beating to. Subject to a beating, either as a punishment or as an act of aggression. Thugs beat him up when he walked down the street late at night. Move with a thrashing motion. The eagle beat its wings and soared high into the sky. Beat through cleverness and wit. I beat the traffic. Stir vigorously. Beat the egg whites. A regular rate of repetition. The cocks raised the beat. A single pulsation of an oscillation produced by adding two waves of different frequencies has a frequency equal to the difference between the two oscillations. A stroke or blow. The signal was 2 beats on the steam pipe. Be superior. Reading beats watching television. Glare or strike with great intensity. The sun was beating down on us. Hit repeatedly. Beat on the door. Indicate by beating, as with the fingers or drumsticks. Make by pounding or trampling. Beat a path through the forest. Produce a rhythm by striking repeatedly. Beat the drum. Sail with much tacking or with difficulty. The boat beat in the strong wind. Shape by beating. Beat swords into plowshares. Strike. A part of one's own body, repeatedly, as in great emotion or in accompaniment to music. Beat one's breast. Strike, water or bushes, repeatedly to rouse animals for hunting. The act of beating to windward, sailing as close as possible to the direction from which the wind is blowing. The sound of stroke or blow. He heard the beat of a drum. The elimination of fecal waste through the anus. The elimination of fecal waste through the anus. The act of making something less tight. The elimination of fecal waste through the anus. A shape that is spherical and small. He studied the shapes of low-viscosity drops. Remove, cargo, people, etc., from and leave. Drop off the passengers at the hotel. Grow worse. Fall or descend to a lower place or level. A sudden sharp decrease in some quantity. A drop of 57 points on the Dow Jones Index. A free and rapid descent by the force of gravity. It was a miracle that he survived the drop from that height. Let or cause to fall in drops. Stop associating with. They dropped her after she had a child out of wedlock. Pay out. A small indefinite quantity, especially of a liquid. He had a drop too much to drink. Get rid of. Cause to fall by or as if by delivering a blow. Hang freely. The light dropped from the ceiling. A steep high face of rock. A steep drop. Stop pursuing or acting. Drop a lawsuit. Leave undone or leave out. A curtain that can be lowered and raised onto a stage from the flies, often used as background scenery. Lower the pitch of musical notes. A central depository where things can be left or picked up. A predetermined hiding place for the deposit and distribution of illicit goods, such as drugs or stolen property. Change from one level to another. She dropped into army jargon. Fall or sink into a state of exhaustion or death. Shop till you drop. Give birth. Used for animals. The cow dropped her calf this morning. Go down in value. Stock prices dropped. Let fall to the ground. Don't drop the dishes. Lose a game. The Giants dropped 11 of their first 13. Omit a letter or syllable in speaking or writing. New Englanders drop their post-vocalic Rs. Take a drug, especially LSD, by mouth. She dropped acid when she was a teenager. Terminate an association with. Drop him from the Republican ticket. The act of dropping something. They expected the drop would be successful. To fall vertically. The bombs are dropping on enemy targets. Utter with seeming casualness. Drop a hint. The piece of land on which something is located, or is to be located. Assign a location to. Physical position in relation to the surroundings. The sites are determined by highly specific sequences of nucleotides. A computer connected to the Internet that maintains a series of web pages on the World Wide Web. The Israeli website was damaged by hostile hackers. The piece of land on which something is located, or is to be located. A good site for the school. A depository for goods. Storehouses were built close to the docks. Depositing in a warehouse. My car is in storage. An electronic memory device. A depository for goods. Computer science. The process of storing information in a computer memory or on a magnetic tape or disk. The act of storing something. The commercial enterprise of storing goods and materials. An electronic memory device. A depository for goods. Storehouses were built close to the docks. A mercantile establishment for the retail sale of goods or services. Keep or lay aside for future use. Store grain for the winter. A supply of something available for future use. He brought back a large store of Cuban cigars. Find a place for and put away for storage. I couldn't store all the books in the attic, so I sold some. A depository for goods. Station where transport vehicles load or unload passengers or goods. A depository for goods. A port where merchandise can be imported and then exported without paying import duties. Bahrain has been an entrepot of trade between Arabia and India since the 2nd millennium BC. A reproduction of a written record, e.g. of a legal or school record. Matter to be printed, exclusive of graphical materials. Reproduce or make an exact copy of. Copy the genetic information. Make a replica of. Copy that drawing. Reproduce someone's behavior or looks. Children often copy their parents or older siblings. A thing made to be similar or identical to another thing. She made a copy of the designer dress. Copy down as is. The students were made to copy the alphabet over and over. Material suitable for a journalistic account. Catastrophes make good copy.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.